Thank you, Jimmy.
It's great to have you here. Now, do you watch American Idol? Were you familiar with Jonathan and Kenneth?
I actually have never watched the show, but I'm really intrigued by what they're doing now in terms of helping Americans donate to grassroots programs that serve really poor and vulnerable populations in developing countries.
Right, but they just do that as a ruse to make it look good because they're making like $1 billion a year.
They are making a lot of money, but that's called cause-related marketing, and it's really effective.
Well, there you go. Well, yeah, sure, it's a good thing that you don't see that on other shows. You don't see, well, us giving anyone
I think it may be a
everything.
trend, and in fact, I'm going to approach the Indy Racing League about supporting some programs that I work with, because it's becoming this wonderful trend where, you know, the NBA and various other franchises have a charity with whom they're associated.
They do, and Indy doesn't have that?
Not yet, but boy, I'm going to approach them.
Oh, I bet you will. Now, for those that don't know, your husband is a driver and is racing in the Indy 500 this weekend on Sunday.
Starting on the front row.
Yeah, well,
Sunday
that's pretty
afternoon.
exciting. Do you get nervous about that, or?
I get really excited.
You do, okay.
I get excited. I was actually taking a walk today, and I was thinking, where attention goes, energy flows, and I was doing positive visualization and stuff. He's got a real shot of winning this year. He's got a strong car, and our team is 4 drivers, and actually one of the team owners is also driving again at Indy this year, Mike Andretti. After an extraordinary career, one of the jokes in racing is the most famous words at the Speedway are, and Mike Andretti slows on the back straight. So maybe, you know, but last year, I don't know if anybody saw him race against his son, Marco, which was really an extraordinary moment in sports.
Yeah,
and of course, his grandfather, Mario, was there watching the whole thing.
Right, but
so
they don't let him race anymore.
We have a wonderful team. I'm telling you what, I'm sure Mario could throw down pole, no problem.
You think so, yeah?
Absolutely. I mean, that was a hallmark of his career. I mean, you take him out of a car, pop him back in an F1 car, and I think he got...
Oh, you know a lot about racing. It's unbelievable.
My husband is an amateur historian of the sport. He's really the one who knows a lot, and I like him, so I get it by osmosis.
Wow, because usually it goes the opposite. It's like, oh, I'm going to kill him if he doesn't stop talking about racing. But you guys must really have a good relationship. And you're a big college basketball fan as well, I know.
I am.
Kentucky is your alma mater.
We had a big week. It's the end of the signing period for the spring.
Listen to you.
Over. Yeah.
You're like Dick Vitale. And
we get a little carried away. We signed this kid called Patrick Patterson, which was a big deal.
And were you happy with that pick?
Duke is unhappy, so I'm happy.
Okay. Do you advise the team? Do you advise the coach or the athletic director?
I was actually uppity enough to call the athletic director because I thought he was going to tell me some inside stuff when we were looking for a coach. Like, hey, Mitch, it's Ashley. Give me a call. Like, he's really going to tell me.
Did he call you?
After he signed Gillespie.
Of course he called you. Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. And you hang around with the players and
I used to do that quite a lot. I mean, I fancied myself something of a mentor. You know, because they're such big stars on campus, and I'm such a big star. I don't know what I was thinking. I just wanted to hang around them.
Yes, and I have a feeling it went the other way too. Yeah, you know, it's like we get to go to Ashley Judd's house. Everybody load into the van. Is that some sort of You did like make the team dinner, right? Like you had to.
My friend Kathy Lewis and I, who's a wonderful chef, we were able to cook for the team once. We were playing in Nashville for the first round of the NCAA tournament. Is that for Kathy Lewis or for Nashville? Okay.
It's just crazy people in general.
And we were winning and winning big, so Coach Smith let the team come over and we had a fried chicken supper.
Wow.
And then check this out. They didn't eat that much. Like, they did not finish all the food we prepared. And then I had the boosters over the next night. We were praying fishes and loaves. The boosters chowed.
Well, yeah, they're all very fat, but the players are thinner. But the boosters are in those big sweaters with the letters and stuff, and they get really fat. Yeah, well, that's what happens. There you go. Well, that's something. All right, well, we're going to talk about your new movie, which is not necessarily appetizing, but it looks like a good one. And Ashley Judd is with us. We're right back talking about Bud. Bomer are coming up. We're just talking about racing and stuff. You say you don't ever get in and drive the car.
I have actually been driven, though, because the Indy cars have a special 2-seater for exhibitions.
Nice.
And Dario, I mentioned everyone's name on my husband's team except my husband's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
husband's Dario. There's one driver that he'll let take me out on exhibition rides, and I've done that on a couple of tracks. It's
and
pretty
who is
fun.
the driver that he'll let?
Michael Andretti.
Oh, okay, all right. Because I was going to think it was Danica because he didn't want any of the other drivers fooling around with you in the car. That would be my move, right? Yeah, you can drive with Danica. So this movie is called Bug. And well, tell us what the movie is about.
Well, the movie is about a woman named Agnes, who I play, who's very lonely and isolated, quite wounded. I live in a seedy motel and have one friend. And then my one friend introduces me to a drifter who is a Gulf War veteran who may or may not be paranoid, delusional, schizophrenic. Are you with me?
Well, I like the part where you get hooked up with a drifter. That's terrific.
Okay.
You're going to love him. He's a drifter. He's, okay, so you get hooked up with a guy that is maybe not a guy you'd meet on J-Date, for instance, and then what happens?
He's really cautious and very secretive, and we start sharing our secrets, and then together we weave the mother of all conspiracy theories, and something real big happens at the end.
Mm-hmm. But you can't tell that because it would ruin the movie for everyone.
You know, I used to tell people, but now I'm not, because I think people deserve to have that experience.
So you would tell people what the ending to the movie
Well, because
was?
well, actually, one of your producers, it's like I have this apocalyptic speech because I'm the super mother bug, and so what comes after that is pretty interesting.
You're the super mother bug?
I am the super mother bug.
Are we supposed to know that you're the super mother bug?
You figure it out in the movie.
All right, well, we have a clip here.
I figure it out.
And I don't know if we need to set this up, but we do know, A, you're the super mother bug, and B, your new boyfriend is involved, and your friend who...
Well, my friend in the movie, Peter, he thinks that he's been infested with bugs, and that the bugs are also in my motel room. And so my friend RC, she's not down with all this. She's thinking that we're whacked, and she's trying to tell us that we're whacked. And this is actually the moment when I split, and you'll see what happens.
All right, here we go. It's a new movie, Bug. Ashley Judd. It opens Friday. Oh, look at that. Seems like maybe you guys were a little crazy maybe in that movie. Well,
it was fun to make in that strange movie-making magic way. I mean, we shot the movie in order, the first page to the last page, and lost our minds in a really good way.
Well, it looks like a good one. It's it's got a good title too. You Can't Beat Bug. It opens on Friday. Ashley Judd, everyone, and wish Dario good luck at the Indy 500 this weekend. We'll be right back from the new show. Traveler Matthew Vollmer will be here. We'll be right back.